Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Kennedy half-dollar coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today we are diving into one of the most iconic pieces of American numismatic history, the United States Kennedy half-dollar 1776 to 1976, a coin that doesn't just carry monetary value but also a story of heritage, patriotism, and artistry. Whether you are a seasoned coin collector or a curious newcomer, you will want to pay close attention because this coin has some fascinating details that can make it truly valuable. The Kennedy half-dollar was originally introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination, and it quickly became a favorite among collectors and the general public alike. But in 1976, a very special version was released to commemorate the United States Bicentennial, celebrating 200 years of American independence. Unlike the regular Kennedy half-dollar, this coin features a dual date, 1776 to 1976, on the obverse, and a unique depiction of Independence Hall on the reverse, making it instantly recognizable and historically significant. What makes this coin particularly interesting is its rarity in certain variations and minting errors. While millions were minted, some coins were struck in proof sets, uncirculated sets, and with different mint marks, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Proof coins, especially those from San Francisco, are highly sought after because of their superior finish and limited numbers. Errors like double strikes, missing mint marks, or even off-center strikes can transform a standard coin into a collector's treasure, often dramatically increasing its market value. Collectors should also pay attention to the coin's condition, as the value can vary significantly between circulated and uncirculated examples. Uncirculated coins with no wear and pristine surfaces can fetch higher prices at auctions, especially if they retain their original mint luster. Proof coins with perfect clarity and no blemishes are often considered the crown jewels for any Kennedy half-dollar collection. Another factor that adds to the excitement is the coin's silver content. Many of the 1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollars from special sets contain 40% silver, which appeals not just to collectors but also to investors interested in precious metals. This combination of historical significance, artistic design, limited mintage, and silver content makes the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar a must-have for anyone serious about American coins. Now, when we talk about real market value, prices can vary depending on condition, mint, and rarity. Circulated bicentennial halves are commonly available for around $5. Uncirculated coins in pristine condition generally sell for $10 to $20, while proof versions from San Francisco can fetch $30 to $50 or more at auctions. Exceptional error coins or coins with perfect grading can go even higher, often making them the centerpiece of a collection. So if you are a coin enthusiast, the Kennedy half-dollar 1776 to 1976 is more than just a piece of currency. It's a slice of history, a work of art, and for some, a valuable investment. Keep an eye out for those rare minting errors, proof coins, and uncirculated examples because they can significantly increase in value and make your collection truly remarkable. This coin tells a story of the United States' 200-year journey, and owning one is like holding a piece of history in your hand. If you want, I can also create a more dram. Top 2. We are exploring the fascinating world of American coins, focusing on the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1983. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but for collectors and coin enthusiasts, it holds layers of history, rarity, and potential value that make it truly worth attention. Whether you are just starting your coin collection or you are a seasoned numismatist, this coin has something special that will catch your interest. The Kennedy half-dollar has been an iconic symbol of American history since its introduction in 1964, honoring the legacy of President John F. Kennedy. By 1983, the Kennedy half-dollar had become widely circulated, yet certain versions of this coin continue to intrigue collectors. What makes the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar particularly interesting is that it was minted primarily for circulation, but there are also special uncirculated and proof versions that collectors covet. These variations can dramatically affect a coin's value and desirability. When examining the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar, one of the first things collectors notice is the striking design. The obverse features the familiar portrait of President Kennedy, capturing his youthful and confident image, while the reverse displays the presidential seal with its detailed eagle and shield. But beyond the artistry, it's the subtle minting differences that make this coin stand out. For instance, coins minted in Philadelphia and Denver may carry slight variations in strike quality or minor die differences, which can become significant when identifying rare examples. Collectors should also be on the lookout for errors, because these can turn a common coin into a highly sought-after treasure. In 1983, some Kennedy half-dollars were struck with double dies, off-center strikes, or even weakly impressed mint marks. Coins with these anomalies are incredibly appealing to collectors because they are unique, limited, and difficult to find. Owning one of these error coins can be like owning a one-of-a-kind piece of American history. The condition of the coin also plays a crucial role in its value. Circulated coins show wear and lose some of their original luster, while uncirculated coins, especially those from special sets or proof collections, retain sharp details and a beautiful finish. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are particularly desirable because of their mirror-like surfaces and high-quality strikes. These coins are often the centerpiece of any serious collection. Another aspect that makes the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar appealing is its composition. By this time, the coin was primarily made from copper-nickel clad, rather than silver, but it still carries the historical significance of being part of the iconic Kennedy series. Some collectors focus on assembling a complete set of Kennedy half-dollars by year and mint mark, and the 1983 edition is a key piece in that collection. Now, let's talk about real market value. A typical circulated 1983 Kennedy half-dollar usually sells for about $2 to $3 in the current market. Uncirculated coins from circulation sets can fetch around $5 to $7, while proof coins, especially those from San Francisco with flawless finishes, can go for $10 to $15 at auctions. If you happen to find an error coin with double dies or off-center strikes, the price can increase significantly, sometimes reaching $30 or more depending on the rarity and condition. For collectors, the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a symbol of artistry and design, and for some, a valuable investment. By paying attention to mint marks, coin condition, and rare errors, you can discover coins that are not just currency but true treasures. Owning one allows you to connect with the rich legacy of the Kennedy series and the fascinating story of American coinage in the 1980s. Top 3, we are diving into the story of the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1992, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds layers of history, rarity, and collector appeal that make it truly fascinating. For anyone who loves American coins, or even just history in your pocket, this coin deserves a closer look. The Kennedy half-dollar series has been a staple of American coinage since 1964, honoring President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. By 1992, the Kennedy half-dollar had become a familiar presence in circulation, yet certain coins from this year continue to attract collectors and investors alike. The 1992 Kennedy half-dollar retains the classic design that collectors cherish. The obverse showcases the iconic profile of President Kennedy, sharp and dignified, while the reverse features the presidential seal with its intricate eagle and shield. This combination of artistry and history makes the coin visually striking and historically significant. Although millions of Kennedy half-dollars were minted in 1992 for general circulation, collectors should pay close attention to minting variations and rare errors, because these can drastically influence a coin's value. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver mints carry subtle differences in striking quality and die details. Some 1992 half-dollars were part of uncirculated sets or special collector-proof sets from the San Francisco Mint, which give them superior luster, sharp detail, and scarcity that collectors highly prize. Errors and anomalies make certain 1992 Kennedy half-dollars even more valuable. Coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks are particularly sought after. These mistakes are rare, making them exciting finds for collectors who enjoy hunting for unique coins. Even slight variations in strike quality can turn an otherwise common coin into a prized collector's item. Owning a Kennedy half-dollar with one of these minting errors is like holding a small piece of numismatic history that cannot be reproduced. The condition of the coin is another key factor. Circulated coins typically show wear on the high points of the design, while uncirculated or proof coins maintain their original brilliance and crisp detail. Coins in perfect condition, especially those graded by professional services, are often the centerpiece of a collection, and they appeal not only to collectors but also to investors looking for coins with long-term value. While the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar is made from copper-nickel clad, rather than silver, it remains a favorite for collectors seeking to complete a full series of Kennedy coins. Its historical significance and the subtle variations in minting and errors give it a special place in the hearts of numismatists. For someone building a collection, the 1992 edition is essential. When we talk about real market value, prices vary depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. A typical circulated 1992 Kennedy half-dollar usually sells for about $1 to $2. Uncirculated coins from circulation sets can fetch around $3 to $5. Proof coins from San Francisco with flawless surfaces are typically valued at $6 to $10 in auctions. Rare error coins, like double dies or off-center strikes, can be worth significantly more, sometimes reaching $20 to $30 or higher depending on rarity and condition. For collectors, the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just currency. It is a piece of American history, a testament to enduring design, and for some, a valuable addition to a collection. By paying attention to mint marks, condition, and rare errors, collectors can discover coins that are not only meaningful but also potentially profitable. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of American heritage in your hand, a small but powerful connection to the legacy of the Kennedy series and the story of American coinage. Top 4. We are exploring one of the most iconic pieces of American numismatic history, the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1973. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary coin, but for collectors and enthusiasts, this coin holds an intriguing mix of history, rarity, and hidden value. If you're a coin lover, sit back and listen carefully, because the story behind this coin is fascinating. The Kennedy half-dollar has been a symbol of American history and pride since its introduction in 1964, honoring President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. By 1973, this coin had firmly established itself as a staple in circulation, yet it retained features that make it appealing to collectors today. The obverse showcases Kennedy's profile, sharp and dignified, capturing his youthful energy and legacy, while the reverse features the presidential seal with its detailed eagle, shield, and arrows, a classic design that resonates with history and artistry. Even though millions of Kennedy half-dollars were minted in 1973, not all coins are created equal. Collectors pay close attention to mint marks and variations. Coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints may show subtle differences in striking, while coins produced for uncirculated and proof sets, especially from the San Francisco Mint, feature higher quality finishes, sharper details, and greater rarity. These special versions of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar are often the most sought after among collectors. Errors and anomalies make certain coins stand out even more. In 1973, some Kennedy half-dollars were struck with double dies, off-center strikes, or weakly impressed mint marks. Coins with these unusual characteristics are rare, and rarity drives value. Collectors often hunt for these anomalies because they represent something truly unique, coins that cannot be replicated, making them prized treasures for any collection. Even a slight variation in strike or finish can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly collectible piece. The condition of the coin is equally important. Circulated coins, which show signs of wear, typically have lower market value, while uncirculated coins with crisp details and full mint luster can fetch significantly higher prices. Proof coins with mirror-like surfaces from the San Francisco Mint are especially desirable, often becoming the centerpiece of serious collections. For collectors building a Kennedy half-dollar set, the 1973 coin is an essential year. Its place in the series represents the continued legacy of the Kennedy design during the 1970s, bridging the history of the coin from its introduction to modern issues. While the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is composed of copper-nickel clad, unlike the earlier silver versions, it still carries historical and numismatic value. Collectors often focus on assembling coins by year and mint mark, and the 1973 edition plays a critical role in completing a full collection. Rare minting errors, proof versions, and uncirculated coins make this year especially interesting to enthusiasts. When it comes to real market value, prices vary depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. A typical circulated 1973 Kennedy half-dollar usually sells for around $2 to $3. Uncirculated coins from sets can fetch between $5 and $7. Proof coins, especially those from the San Francisco Mint in flawless condition, can reach $10 to $15 at auctions. Coins with minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can command even higher prices, sometimes reaching $20 to $30 or more, depending on rarity and condition. For collectors, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, a work of art, and a small but meaningful connection to the legacy of President Kennedy and American coinage. Paying attention to mint marks, condition, and rare errors can turn a simple coin into a prized collector's item. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of the story of America in your hand, making it a must-have for enthusiasts and a treasure for any collection. Top 5, and last rare coin. We are exploring the fascinating world of American coinage with the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1998. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin in circulation, but for collectors, historians, and numismatists, this coin has unique characteristics, subtle rarities, and potential value that make it truly intriguing. If you are a coin lover, listen carefully, because the story behind this coin is full of surprises. The Kennedy half-dollar has been an iconic American coin since 1964, introduced to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. By 1998, the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer widely circulated in everyday transactions, yet it remained a key coin for collectors completing their Kennedy series. The obverse of the 1998 half-dollar features the familiar profile of President Kennedy, capturing his youthful and determined expression, while the reverse displays the presidential seal with the eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, a symbol of strength and peace. This classic design has become instantly recognizable and continues to captivate collectors of all ages. While millions of Kennedy half-dollars were minted in 1998, there are important details that make certain coins stand out. Coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints have subtle differences, and collectors look for these variations when building complete collections. Even small details, like the sharpness of the strike or the quality of the coin's surface, can determine whether a coin is considered common or more desirable. Errors and anomalies make some 1998 Kennedy half-dollars particularly valuable. Coins struck with double dies, missing or weakly struck mint marks, or slight off-center strikes are rare and highly sought after. These mistakes are what turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Because these errors are not intentional and are often difficult to find, owning one is like having a piece of numismatic history that is one of a kind. Even coins that are slightly misaligned or have die cracks can attract attention at auctions, making them stand out in any collection. Condition also plays a critical role in the value of a coin. Circulated coins show wear and lose some of their original mint luster, while uncirculated coins retain sharp details and pristine surfaces. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are particularly prized because of their mirror-like finish and perfect strike. These coins are often considered the crown jewels for collectors seeking the best examples of the Kennedy half-dollar series. For anyone trying to complete a full set of Kennedy half-dollars, the 1998 coin is an essential addition, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar is composed of copper-nickel clad, unlike the earlier silver versions, but it still carries historical and collectible value. Its place in the Kennedy series, combined with potential minting errors and pristine condition coins, makes it highly appealing for collectors. Numismatists often seek coins from every year and every mint, and the 1998 edition is a key piece in completing that collection. Now, let's talk about real market value. A typical circulated 1998 Kennedy half-dollar usually sells for about $1 to $2. Uncirculated coins from circulation sets generally fetch around $3 to $5. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint with flawless finishes can command $6 to $10 at auction. If you happen to find a coin with minting errors, such as a double die or an off-center strike, the price can increase significantly, sometimes reaching $20 or more depending on the rarity and condition. For collectors, the 1998 Kennedy half dollar is more than just currency. It is a small but meaningful piece of American history, a testament to enduring design, and a collectible that can grow in value with careful attention to mint marks, errors, and condition. Owning one allows you to connect with the rich legacy of the Kennedy series and the story of American coinage in the late 20th century. Holding this coin in your hand is like holding a slice of history, a reminder of the artistry, heritage, and subtle rarities that make coin collecting so exciting.